What if the real danger to your bones after 60 isn't a fall, an accident, or even osteoporosis, but the everyday habits you've trusted your entire life? According to new research on aging and bone metabolism, millions of older adults are quietly accelerating bone loss after 60 without realizing it, through routines that seem perfectly harmless and familiar. If you're over 60, this matters more than ever, because silent bone loss rarely begins with pain, stiffness, or obvious symptoms. It starts with tiny, invisible shifts in your daily routine that don't feel important at all. But what if those quiet choices are sending the wrong signals to your bones, weakening your bone density a little more each day? And in a moment, you'll see why researchers are rethinking what really causes bone density loss in seniors. Did you know that certain ordinary behaviors can activate bone-breaking cells and slow down bone-building cells without giving you a single warning sign? No pain, no stiffness, no discomfort. Just a slow decline that older adults often recognize only when a simple twist, step, or reach suddenly becomes a serious issue. This is why many experts now call it silent bone loss. Stay with me, because the next insight may completely change how you think about your everyday habits. Here's the part most people never expect. Some of the routines that quietly weaken your bones are the very habits you've practiced for decades believing they were safe or even healthy. And because they feel so normal, they slip under your awareness while your bone strength gradually erodes. But here's the hopeful shift. Once you understand which daily patterns quietly drain your bone health, you can reverse their effects surprisingly quickly. Even small changes in your routine send new, stronger signals to your bones. Signals that help rebuild density, improve balance, support osteoporosis prevention, and restore confidence. In just a moment, you'll see how small adjustments can create big improvements for older adults working to prevent fractures and maintain strong bones. In this video, you'll discover why certain everyday habits quietly accelerate bone loss, and how changing just a few of them can help you stay strong, steady, and independent. Coming up next, the surprising reason these normal routines affect senior bone health far more than most people think. If you're over 60, the real danger isn't just losing a little bone strength, it's losing it without realizing it's happening. The most serious fractures almost never come from dramatic accidents. They come from bones that have been quietly thinning for years, long before you feel pain, stiffness, or any noticeable symptoms of silent bone loss. And according to new research in aging medicine, everyday habits you barely notice can accelerate bone loss after 60 far more than most older adults ever imagine. What makes this even more concerning is how invisible it is. You can wake up feeling normal, move through your day as usual, stay active, and still lose bone density month after month. Many seniors don't realize something is wrong until a simple misstep, a gentle twist, or even rising from a chair turns into a major fracture. That's the hidden threat. A slow erosion of bone strength triggered by everyday routines so ordinary they fade into the background. And in a moment, you'll see why this invisible decline catches so many adults by surprise, and why it's a major focus in senior bone health research. Yet there is real hope, and it's stronger than you think. New studies show that once you identify the daily patterns quietly weakening your bones, you can reverse their impact surprisingly quickly. You don't need intense workouts, expensive supplements, or strict diets. Small, consistent adjustments send powerful repair signals back into your bones, signals that help rebuild bone density after 60, improve balance, and support long-term osteoporosis prevention. Stay with me, because the next insight reveals why these subtle changes work faster than most people expect. And here's the uplifting part. You're not starting from zero. Your body maintains an impressive ability to rebuild itself well into your 70s, 80s, and even 90s. The key is recognizing which everyday habits matter and shifting them in your favor before more silent bone loss occurs. In this video, you'll discover how simple daily changes can slow hidden bone loss, strengthen your foundation, and help you stay steady, active, and independent, naturally. Coming up next, the surprising signals your bones rely on every day, and why missing them can quietly accelerate bone loss after 60. According to Harvard researchers, one of the biggest reasons adults over 60 lose bone density isn't age. It's the small repeated habits that quietly disrupt the body's natural bone repair rhythm. A 2023 study showed that even mild shifts in hydration, movement, meal timing, or mineral balance can push the body toward faster bone loss after 60, long before symptoms appear. In simple terms, your bones pay attention to everything you do. Every routine either supports strength or slowly erodes it, and because these changes happen microscopically, you don't feel them. You only notice the results years later. Slower walking, weaker legs, unexplained stiffness, or fractures from simple movements. This is why experts call it silent bone loss. And in a moment, you'll understand why these tiny choices affect senior bone health far more than most people realize. This is also why so many older adults feel like their bones changed overnight. Habits like skipping breakfast, sitting for long periods, late-night snacks, or going days without sunlight seem harmless. Yet together, they form patterns that gradually lower bone density, without pain, warning signs, or discomfort. These habits chip away at stability one day at a time. Stay with me, because what comes next explains why these subtle routines matter more than medications and are essential for osteoporosis prevention. For older adults who want to stay active and independent, recognizing these signals is crucial. When you know which habits weaken your foundation, you can shift them and start sending stronger, healthier messages back into your bones. Now let's break down what this really means, and why adjusting just a few daily routines can noticeably improve strength, balance, mobility, and long-term independence. Now, let's count down the everyday habits that quietly speed up bone loss after 60. Listen closely, because each step reveals something most older adults never suspect, yet feel the effects years later in their balance, leg strength, confidence while walking, and long-term bone density. What seems like a harmless part of your routine can gradually shift your bones toward weakness without a single warning sign. And as you'll see, some of these patterns are so common that almost every senior falls into them without realizing the risk. Number 10. Skipping breakfast. When it comes to skipping breakfast, the mechanism is straightforward but more powerful than most people realize. Without early protein, your bones miss the morning repair signal that activates collagen formation, mineral uptake, and daily bone maintenance. This is one of the most overlooked bone-strengthening habits adults over 60 need. Even a small meal can flip your bone-building switch back on. A practical use that works well is by eating something small but nourishing. Greek yogurt, eggs, nut butter, oatmeal with protein, or even a simple protein shake that supports senior bone health and prevents long gaps without nutrients. A caution for adults over 60: taking medications on an empty stomach may trigger dizziness, nausea, lightheadedness, or sudden drops in blood sugar, issues that increase fall risk, which is directly tied to osteoporosis-related fractures. The result is that even a light breakfast steadies your energy, improves blood flow, and sets your bones on a healthier repair rhythm for the rest of the day. Coming up, the next habit is something nearly every older adult does, yet it drains bone strength hour by hour and the effects build silently over time. Number 9. Not drinking enough water. With low hydration, the mechanism involves weakened mineral delivery. Calcium, magnesium, and electrolytes simply don't reach your bones efficiently enough to maintain bone density after 60. Your bones rely on fluid transport to move minerals into the skeletal matrix, and dehydration slows this process dramatically. A practical use is to sip water steadily throughout the day instead of drinking large amounts at once. Small, frequent hydration keeps blood volume balanced and supports mineral flow. A caution if you're over 60: diuretics, heart medications, and blood pressure drugs all shift hydration needs. This means dehydration may happen faster than you expect, so monitoring fluid intake with your doctor becomes an essential part of osteoporosis prevention. The result is smoother joint motion, better circulation, improved muscle coordination, and stronger daily stability, cornerstones of long-term senior bone health. And in a moment, you'll hear why one extremely common morning habit may be pushing even more minerals out of your bones, faster than you realize. Chapter 8. Drinking too much caffeine. Here, the mechanism is increased urinary calcium loss. Your bones literally lose minerals with every extra cup. Excess caffeine speeds up filtration, increasing the amount of calcium flushed out in urine and accelerating silent bone loss after 60. A practical use is keeping caffeine to 1 to 2 cups a day and switching to herbal teas, rooibos, or green tea. Options that support hydration while reducing calcium loss. A caution for seniors. Caffeine can disrupt sleep depth, and poor sleep reduces nightly bone rebuilding, one of the strongest natural defense mechanisms against osteoporosis. The result is calmer nerves, steadier energy, more restorative sleep, and a meaningful reduction in mineral loss that supports long-term bone density. Stay with me, because the next item is found in nearly every household, and few people understand how much strain it quietly puts on aging bones. Number 7. Eating too much salt. With high-sodium diets, the mechanism is a sodium-calcium exchange that forces more calcium out of the bones and into urine. This is one of the most underrated everyday habits that weaken bones, especially because salty foods are so normalized that many older adults don't realize how much they're consuming. A practical use is rinsing canned vegetables, choosing low-sodium broths, and flavoring meals with herbs, lemon, garlic, dill, or pepper instead of extra salt. Even small reductions can improve mineral retention significantly. A caution for adults over 60, high sodium affects both bone density and blood pressure, increasing strain on the heart, kidneys, and skeletal systems simultaneously. The result is steadier blood pressure, more efficient mineral retention, healthier joints, and stronger bones over time. And the next habit affects nearly every older adult, especially those who spend long periods sitting at home without realizing how drastically it weakens bones. 6. Low-protein meals. With low-protein meals, the mechanism involves weakened collagen formation. Your bones lose the structural framework they rely on for density, strength, and flexibility, making this one of the most underestimated drivers of bone loss after 60. Collagen is the scaffolding that holds your bones together, and without steady protein intake, that scaffolding becomes thinner and weaker over time. A practical use is adding a consistent source of protein to each meal: fish, poultry, beans, tofu, cottage cheese, or Greek yogurt, to keep that collagen network active and support senior bone health. Even 15 to 20 grams per meal can support better bone remodeling, muscle strength, and daily balance. A caution for adults over 60. If you have kidney concerns, heart issues, or take medications that affect filtration, talk with your doctor before increasing your protein intake. Older kidneys sometimes process protein differently, and a personalized plan keeps you safe while preventing silent bone loss. The result is steadier muscle tone, stronger leg support, better joint control, and noticeably improved balance during daily movement. The foundation of osteoporosis prevention for older adults. And coming up next, we dive into the habit nearly every older adult slips into, especially those who spend long hours sitting at home without noticing the impact on their bones. 5. Sitting for long periods. When you sit for more than 2 hours, your bones lose the weight-bearing signals they depend on. Without pressure and movement, bone-building cells slow down while bone-breaking cells become more active, one of the most ignored causes of silent bone loss after 60. A practical use is standing every 30 to 45 minutes to take a few steps, stretch your calves, or gently shift your weight. Even 60 to 90 seconds of movement can wake up your bones, boost circulation, and support bone density after 60. These micro breaks keep joints fluid, muscles warm, and balance steady. A caution for adults over 60. If you feel wobbly after standing, hold onto a counter or sturdy chair. This unsteadiness is often from slow blood flow after prolonged sitting, and safe transitions protect both your balance and long-term osteoporosis prevention. The result is better circulation, warmer legs, stronger lower body muscles, and more consistent bone-building signals throughout the day. Small changes that add up to stronger senior bone health and improved confidence. And stay with me, because the next nighttime habit, done by millions of older adults, can quietly cancel out hours of healthy choices. 4. Late-night sugary snacks. With late-night sugary snacks, the mechanism is a surge in insulin that activates bone-breaking cells, disrupts your hormonal rhythm, and interferes with the body's natural overnight repair cycle. This is one of the most overlooked everyday habits that quietly weaken bones after 60. Nighttime is when your bones rebuild the fastest, when repair proteins peak, and when your body restores mineral balance. But even a small sugary snack, cookies, sweet cereal, pastries, or ice cream can interrupt the very window your bones rely on the most. A practical use that supports bone density is choosing a protein-focused nighttime option. A handful of nuts, cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, hard-boiled eggs, or a portion of chia or pumpkin seeds. These foods keep your blood sugar steadier, prevent insulin spikes, and protect the overnight bone repair rhythm your body depends on as you age. A caution for adults over 60. Those with diabetes or prediabetes should be especially careful. Nighttime glucose swings don't just disrupt sleep, they interfere directly with the hormones responsible for bone rebuilding. Elevated nighttime blood sugar can blunt growth hormone release, reduce mineral absorption, and accelerate silent bone loss over time. If you're unsure how nighttime snacks affect your glucose, check with your doctor or monitor your nighttime levels. The result is more restful sleep, fewer inflammation spikes, a calmer nervous system, and a significantly stronger overnight bone repair cycle. Protecting this nighttime window is one of the simplest and most reliable ways to support long-term bone health, balance, and independence, especially for older adults trying to prevent osteoporosis naturally. And stay with me, because the top 3 habits coming next are the ones most older adults never suspect, yet they have the biggest impact on bone strength, mobility, and long-term independence. Number 3. Avoiding sunlight, low vitamin D. With low sunlight exposure, the mechanism is disrupted calcium absorption. Your body can't pull minerals into your bones efficiently when vitamin D levels stay too low, a major contributor to bone loss after 60. Vitamin D acts like a gatekeeper, allowing calcium to move from your bloodstream into your bone tissue. Without it, even the healthiest diet leaves your bones undernourished. A practical use is spending 10 to 15 minutes in gentle morning sunlight, which provides a safe dose of natural vitamin D without harsh UV exposure. And on days when sunlight isn't possible, a doctor-guided vitamin D supplement can help maintain senior bone health and support bone-building signals year-round. A caution for adults over 60, certain medications, blood pressure drugs, diuretics, and some antibiotics can increase light sensitivity, so reviewing your prescriptions can prevent irritation, dizziness, headaches, or unnecessary discomfort. It's always safer to personalize your sunlight routine with guidance. The result is healthier mineral balance, stronger muscles, better neuromuscular coordination, and noticeably steadier steps throughout the day. One of the strongest, simplest tools for osteoporosis prevention. And in a moment, you'll see why one innocent-looking daily drink might be weakening your bones silently, even if the rest of your habits are healthy. Number 2. Drinking acidic beverages daily. With acidic drinks, the mechanism centers on phosphorus overload. Phosphorus competes with calcium and gradually lowers bone mineral density. This competition shifts your bone chemistry toward breakdown, making acidic drinks one of the most overlooked causes of silent bone loss, especially for adults over 60. A practical use is swapping sodas, flavored carbonated drinks, and energy drinks for mineral water, herbal infusions, or lightly flavored teas. These alternatives support hydration while protecting bone density after 60 and preventing the mineral imbalance caused by high phosphorus beverages. A caution: adults over 60 with kidney issues must be especially careful because phosphorus buildup becomes harder to regulate with age. When the kidneys struggle to filter phosphorus, it accumulates in the bloodstream, and your bones pay the price first. The result is fewer mineral losses, better long-term bone structure, improved metabolic balance, and a stronger skeletal foundation, one of the most effective ways to support senior bone health naturally. And now, we reach the number 1 habit, the one that quietly weakens bones more than all the others combined. Number 1. Living a non-active lifestyle. With inactivity, the mechanism is simple but powerful. Without weight-bearing movement, bones stop receiving the mechanical pressure signals they need to maintain mass. This makes inactivity one of the most damaging everyday habits that weaken bones, especially in older adults who spend long hours sitting. A practical use is adding gentle, accessible exercises into your day. Slow indoor or outdoor walks, light resistance bands, mini squats, or chair stands. These activities reawaken bone-strengthening signals, promote circulation, increase leg muscle activation, and support overall senior bone health without requiring strenuous workouts. A caution for seniors: begin gradually. If balance feels uncertain, steady yourself with a wall or countertop and avoid sudden or jerky movements until your legs feel stable and warm. Safe progression protects your joints and reduces fall risk, crucial for osteoporosis prevention. The result is stronger legs, improved posture, better balance, enhanced mobility, and a noticeable boost in confidence with every step. Consistent low-impact movement is one of the simplest, most reliable ways to maintain lifelong bone density and independence. And coming up next, you'll learn how to turn all 10 habits into a simple, senior-friendly daily routine that protects your bones for years to come. And it's easier than you might think. If you've been feeling tired, a bit unsteady, or even slightly anxious about your bone strength, you're not alone. Millions of older adults across the country quietly notice the same shifts. Movements that once felt effortless now require more attention, and balance that used to feel automatic sometimes feels uncertain. And if you're over 60, it's completely normal to wonder whether these small changes might be early signs of silent bone loss or a deeper issue with senior bone health. What truly matters is that you're here, learning what your body needs and taking the first steps toward feeling stronger and more secure again. And in a moment, you'll see why simply recognizing these early signals puts you ahead of most adults dealing with bone loss after 60. The good news is that your body can bounce back at any age. Bones continue to adapt, rebuild, and strengthen well into your 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond. Every positive habit you add, drinking a little more water, moving a few minutes more, choosing meals that support bone density, sends a clearer message to your body. Keep rebuilding. You're not too late, you're not behind, and you're certainly not stuck. Your bones are still listening, still responding, and still capable of meaningful improvement that supports long-term osteoporosis prevention. Stay with me, because in just a moment you'll see how small choices can trigger surprisingly powerful improvements in balance, strength, and day-to-day stability. Tell us in the comments, how old are you and what's your biggest health goal right now? Are you aiming to walk more confidently, reduce fracture risk, strengthen weak legs, improve your balance, or simply feel more stable in your everyday life? When you share your age and your goal, you're not just leaving a comment. You're joining thousands of older adults working toward the same mission, staying strong, independent, and active as they age. And coming up, you'll see how your goals connect directly to the simple steps we'll share next to support senior bone health. Your story might inspire another senior watching today. Someone your age may read your comment and think, if they can take a step forward, maybe I can too. That chain of encouragement, one person strengthening another, is exactly what makes this community powerful. Every time you share your worries, victories, or even small progress, you give someone else hope on their own journey. And that makes you an important part of this channel's mission to support older adults everywhere. Coming up next, we'll bring everything together into a simple, senior-friendly plan you can start using today to protect your bones, rebuild strength, and stay confident on your feet. One small step at a time. Always check with your doctor before making changes to your routine. Whether you're adjusting your meals, adding sunlight to your morning, increasing your activity, or cutting back on drinks that may weaken your bones. Your medical team understands your medications, your health history, and the unique limits your body may have. A quick conversation can help you avoid dizziness, blood sugar drops, sudden blood pressure changes, or medication interactions that become more common after 60. Staying safe isn't about slowing down. It's about giving your body the right support so every step you take protects your long-term bone health and reduces fracture risk. In a moment, you'll see why even small, safe decisions can create powerful long-term improvements for adults working to prevent bone loss after 60. Your body still has an incredible capacity to heal, no matter your age. Bones rebuild, balance improves, muscles reawaken. You are not too old, and you are not too late. Every small positive choice, standing up a little more often, drinking more water, adding just a bit more protein, or stepping into the morning sun, sends a message to your bones that says, stay strong, I'm still working with you. You don't need perfection. You just need consistency, patience, and the belief that your body can still grow stronger in your 70s, 80s, and even 90s. These habits, practiced daily, support bone density, mobility, and long-term osteoporosis prevention. Stay with me, because the next step is often much simpler than people expect, and it can accelerate your progress. If this video helped you, give it a like and share it with someone who needs clarity and support today. There are seniors out there, friends, siblings, neighbors, who feel their balance shifting or their bones weakening but don't know where to start. One share could give them the hope and confidence they've been missing. And each time you interact with this video, you help build a community where older adults can learn, grow, and support one another on their journey toward better senior bone health. In just a moment, I'll show you exactly where to go next if you want to strengthen your bones even faster. Your journey doesn't end here. In the next video, we'll break down the specific foods and daily habits that help rebuild bone density naturally, and how you can start using them today to stay strong, steady, and independent for years to come.